What did I know about Scotland? Highlands, sheep, whiskey, kilts. I can't think of anything else there before now. But today, all of Scotland has been made into a huge military base. Fighters from all over the world are gathered here. The most powerful invasion army ever seen is being trained here. The moment when Americans, English, Canadians, French, and other nations will flood into Europe like an avalanche is getting closer. And the Rangers will be the first to act. But today, we must show our instructors that we learnt our lessons well. New anti-tank cannons and heavy tanks are being sent here to Achnacarry to test their maneuverability and fire accuracy. We've been instructed both in artillery and steering armored vehicles, but got our basic training on Stuart tanks. Now we have to get to know the real invader vehicles, new Pershing tanks equipped with 90mm long barrel guns. I'll bet this'll be good for us.
Thousands of our bombers are striking northern France daily. They're targeting bridges and railroad junctions. All efforts are being made to paralyze the rear of the German 7th Army before the invasion begins. Hundreds of fighters from the French resistance brigades assist us. These brave men blow up everything that our bombs may have missed. My team's mission for today is to parachute down into Ariel to help the French supporters get weapons from the arsenal and escape before the Huns send their main forces against us.
The worst seems to have remained back in the bloody dunes of Normandy. The Krauts aren't putting up much strong resistance as yet. We've been moving east for the second week already with almost no losses. The colonel said that if we hurry up, we'll be able to link up with the Canadians near Falaise, which will make the encirclement of 20 German divisions inevitable. But can we really hurry anymore? We're on our march all day for long periods, but that's okay. We've come to Falaise already and we'll be able to have some rest after seizing the town. As of now, our unit is to check a couple of blocks and provide the approaching tanks with clear passage. Our regiment is gathering their belongings and cleaning up their weapons. At last the command decided to take Walcheren by assault. I saw pictures of the island taken from the air, and to be honest, I hardly liked it, as German pillboxes and trenches are scattered all over. The operation doesn't seem to be an easy stroll for us, but what can scare the people who went through the Omaha Beach landing more? I wonder where Gallagher is now. It was back in St. Louis when I got his last letter. I guess he'd be quite happy to get the better of the Germans at Walcheren.
After our bombers razed the last launching pads for V-2 rockets in France to the ground, the Huns decided to change tactics. They have new mobile launching platforms to enable their praised wonder weapon to move and fire to hard-to-reach places, not previously intended. This point became a new headache for our generals. But it seems that finally luck turned in our favor. We got news that the Special Artillery Command of the Germans has evacuated to the rear, the right bank of the River Veer, where they positioned their temporary headquarters. Capturing operational documents will enable us to find out the time and routes of mobile platform movements and to detect their procurement bases. It goes without saying that preventive strikes against the above objects could save the lives of tens of thousands of Londoners. And who do you think can manage the task better than my guys?
After smashing the German defense at Saint-Lô, our armored divisions are heading south at full speed to seize bridges across the rivers Seille and Saloon. The unusual silence is amazing. It seems as though the Germans decided to flee all the way back to Berlin without any resistance. Our strike is aimed at the Huns' defenses at Avranches. If we overwhelm their defenses, our troops will pass through the bottleneck between the sea and the town of Morton, and, turning eastwards, will be in a strong position to surround the German 7th Army. The Germans are unlikely to retreat without a battle. All around me, men have been discussing the serenity of this morning as the calm before the storm. After a successful operation at the enemy's rear in the northeast, we're making our way to the 3rd Army's positions, passing the sites of recent battles. At the moment, our guys are struggling to tighten up the Falaise pocket and finish surrounding the 7th Army. In order to overtake them, our commander decided to lead the group through Saint-Lambert. The little town has almost been wiped off the face of the earth. It looks like the battles that took place here were no joke, and the Huns gave the Canadian units a real good beating. Anyway, we're really looking forward to passing through the town because it's about time we met up with our guys. All the more so since we've been trying to get to our positions for many days now, and I promised old man Crosby to ride him at least once a month.
After a quick march on vans from Reims, our 101st Airborne Division reached Bastogne last night and started to get entrenched after we got the order to defend the town at all costs. The men are in the worst mood, but everyone is ready to keep doing their duty till the end. There are rumors of unstoppable German tanks approaching. However, our field engineers worked all night and we can now relax a bit. Some people are riding home, so I decided to write a couple of letters before the combat starts.
All the events of that day are deeply engraved in my memory. I can still see everything as if it happened yesterday. 5 areas on the French territory, which have been thoroughly investigated by the commandos, were designated for America's landing troops. At dawn of June 6th, RLCVP approached the Omaha area at Easy Green sector, bristled up with pillboxes and braided with trenches. At the same time, our companions in arms were to move into action at areas Utah, Gold, Juno, and Seoul. A foretaste of our first real combat filled my soul with joy, but my heart was beating fast with